Welcome back to Factorio, and it's time to get started with our Roboports. We got the construction robots and the logistics robots done last episode. They're over here and I need to make more lamps. We've got plenty of lamps, good. Let's put those back down. 1 and 2. So yeah, very horribly let's lay it out, factory at the moment until we get robots, or at least until we get enough robots. But I added these couple of machines here at the start. All that's basically happening is I brought in solder all the way from the other side of the factory, and we've got basic electronic components, the circuit boards and the transistors, and they are making the next tier, the electronic circuit boards. They're heading all the way across here on this belt, and they're heading over here because we need some of the components that are over here anyway. I made them for the sort of miscellaneous stuff that I'm going to need. For example, these motors. Is that steel plate? It is steel plate, good. And yeah, definitely all of that stuff, if not more. So, one of the first things we need to have a look at is the Roboport itself. There is a couple of different options. One is a Roboport Mark 1, the other one is a Robochest. I'm not sure what the Robochest actually does. It seems to be just a really small robot. It can only supply 2x2, and its construction area is 2x2. So I think it just may be an alternative to the provider chests and the supply chests and stuff. So we'll leave that for now. Roboport Mark 1, on the other hand, needs a few things. So we need steel plate. Roboport, excuse me, I need to cough. Roboport antenna array, charging pad and a hatch door. They're all up here. So as you can see, the first two need electronic circuit boards. So we need to distribute those. We're going to need some copper cable, some steel plate, electric motors, and basic electronic boards. Pretty much the same thing there. So if we sweep stuff past them, what I'd say is we can probably split up the motors, split up the circuit boards evenly between these two, because this one doesn't need circuit boards. This one needs motors, however, so I'm going to have to do some kind of splitting going on. And that should be enough to get started. We need iron as well and some concrete. So, all right, let's start. What are we going to do? We've got steel here. That's being moved onto this belt just for this. That's slightly unfortunate. We can send it elsewhere. I have stone brick here. I think concrete just takes stone brick. Concrete. Why can't I? Concrete. We'll find it. Whichever way. Stone brick, iron stick, and water makes concrete. But I think I may already have some concrete assembly machine somewhere. Anyway, we've got stone brick, and we can make the iron stick, and water. Well, water. That's lubricant. Do we have any water around at all? Doesn't look like it, but we can always pipe that in from wherever all the way down here if necessary. It's no big deal. So, I think our factory for this part, this Roboports, is going to be up here. We've got our robots over down there. So let's get started with the first one. Roboport. What do you want? Let's start with... I'm going to leave that to... Oh, no, actually. Let's start with this one. It's the easiest one in terms of components. We need steel and electric motors. And we got both of them. Steel and electric motors. So, ideally, I would sort of like to combine those two. Maybe into a single belt. Might be able to do that. So let's just see if that works out. We need a splitter. Or few. Let me just run this way. Is that close enough for me to get this going? If I put you there and you, once you give me a splitter, come on, one more. There we go. There, and if I do this, okay, so I've got half a belt of each. And then I can send them out over to the right going this way. Like that. We're going to have to go underground again. So let's make a few of those. And once we've got a few, we're going to send this up this way, I think. We'll just cross over all of these through underground belts just to get things running. I don't actually need a splitter. I just want it more underground, please. There we go. And that's annoying. Okay, don't judge me. I used double the amount of components there. It's fine. It's fine, leave it. So we can do something like, ooh, in fact, wrong side. We can get away with something a little bit nicer. Bring it this side. Okay. And let's actually extend these a little bit more. We're going to want some assembly machines. And Robo. So, Roboport hatch door. Why can I only see two things there? That's... oh, this is the one made in a chemical plant, maybe. Robo... hatch door. It's the antenna array Mark 1. No? Robo. Charging pad, hatch door. Where's the antenna array? Let's... and... whoops. Antenna? I'll investigate that in a minute. Let's build the other things. It's probably going to be something I can't do yet. That's just kind of thing that happens. So, Roboport charging pad Mark 1. All right. You are going to work. So then we can just hook up some power, hopefully. I can obviously need to make that, but that's fine. So that power hooked up, that'll make that. Are you going to make... come on. There, go away. There we go. Right, one thing done. What's the next one? Roboports. And let's just take a look at that. That is made... well, I can make it in my inventory, but doesn't say what it's made in there. Antenna array Mark 1. Let's go through here. Antenna array Mark 1. Yeah, it's what? I can make it. That's fine. Okay. Let's put another one down and we'll see where we go. So, if we're going to have this one, a Roboport, we're going to want the hatch door. That needs steel, which we've got. Electric motors, which we've got. It does not need, however, the basic circuit, the electronic circuits. So, if I just bring this up, I can extend just this line. And then we can put this down. Like that. Tell it to build. And we're going to be short of something with iron. Electric motors we'll have. And concrete. So we're going to need to bring concrete up here somewhere. But we can put it onto another belt here and then bring it in, you know, so it's going this way, that kind of thing. Or the other side and go underneath. Either way, it'll work. How do we solve the antenna array thing? Let me just pop this down again. Why won't you let me select you? So I'm assuming it's the next assembly machine up, which of course we're now heading towards. So while that's being made, I guess we can do the concrete side of things, which shouldn't be all that difficult, he says. Why is it whenever I want to look at up a recipe? What do you need? If any concrete. Okay, so I haven't actually researched concrete before. And that's cement processing too. Okay. Cement, slag and water, lime and silicon. I really hope it doesn't force me down that route. Let's actually just take a look. Concrete. ceramics, concrete. You need advanced material processing first, and that will give us the steel furnace, which is good. And well, I guess that's banned. We can't use the disassembled steel furnace. Okay, I'm going to do that next. I'll do those couple of pieces of research. Okay, while that's researching, let's get another little setup here for these iron sticks. So we want the iron to go on that belt, and I guess we can just grab it from this one. Well, maybe not. I actually may want I want the stone definitely, and only the stone to go this way. So why don't we, or only stone to go that way. In fact, let's just give it a go. Let's not worry ourselves with such things like organization and nice setups. It's not going to be much of an issue. Okay, so let's just send it this way, shall we? Oh, across you go. Let's just set up some power. That should do the job, and then let's just connect it up that way. You know, sometimes things work out right and sometimes they don't. Luckily this time it actually worked out pretty well. I've got this set up. We're just waiting for this research to actually come on. How many? Wow, 500. Oh, that's going to take a little bit of time. So in the meantime, we can get the copper going, and this is where it's not too bad. But clear space all the way from the copper belt. So I've brought some up here, and we're going to need for the last piece the antenna array. So we need copper cable, electronic circuit board. So if we just bring this over here, we can go underneath like this. And actually that's not going to be great, but I can just do it. It's fine. I was just going to say, because I can't put it this directly onto the belt here, because this side of the belt is occupied, so, or at least not easily, so we just move it one further up. It's fine. And then we can insert into here, get this making copper cable, and put some power in there. That'll work. And then do the usual sort of hacky approach to doing that, which is this. So copper cable will come in here. We're also going to need, we need that last Roboport section. Steel, copper cable. So steel and the motor we got on that belt. Electronic circuit board and copper cable got right next to us. So the only thing we need is, actually, is that everything? What am I missing? There's got to be more than that. Steel we've got, copper cable we've got, electronic circuit boards we've got, electric motors. So basic electronic boards. Where we got some of those? Yeah, this right here, as it turns out. However, it's not particularly accessible at the moment. I guess we can do that. I'm just going to do too many underground belts. Okay, so we're going to assemble these. Let's assemble. So we want it something like here. We're going to need a few bits and pieces to get this right. If we go this way, that will work. This way and this will work. Again, everything's going to be moved once we have robots. And we want long-handed inserters, don't we? Obviously this will be replaced. That's not really a big deal. And that will get fed in. And then we're going to have to get them from here as well. So let's just move this for a second. Split you up. And bring you, I guess, this way. I think that's 5 inputs. So that will leave one output, so obviously we'll output this way. So ideally we're going to have an output on this line, output on this line, and they'll work. That's nicely situated. We can then put some inserters around, obviously over here. I need to go and get some more inserters, but that's fine. We've got a box down here somewhere. Where are you? Insert a box. I need more lights. Okay, there is my belt. So here are my inserters. And I'm probably going to move on to just blue inserters. In fact, what does that actually take to make basic electronic boards, iron plate and inserters? So you can probably make that automatic. We just need to make sure we've got an endless supply of basic electronic boards. Where was I? Here I was. Okay, my robots have just finished it off, so we're going to give them some power. And now we just need to get the rest of this. Now, the assembly machine research is done. Here it is. So the third tier of assembly machine, it's concrete. I can actually pocket craft it, which is good, but I definitely need the concrete. So we're going to have to wait for that to finish now. I think we've done everything else other than we can just go underneath here. And I'm going to get another couple of you. And finally, we can, when I can find an assembly machine, we can actually set up the machine there that will build the Roboports themselves, I think. Hopefully it will be made in one of these. I've got 3 there, probably because I've not got the basic electronic components. Okay, so if I have this here, we can supply some power, hopefully. Inserter, a longhand inserter, just one. And will you make a Roboport directly, or do you need the tier 3 as well? No. For some reason, you can build a tier 3, just not just not some of the components. Very, very odd. The one thing we don't have is going to be on this side, which is steel. And that's okay, because we can take it this way. And let me just put some power there. And probably there as well. Go with one filter inserter. And tell it to do steel. Steel plate. Plate. Wow, that's a lot of plate. There we go. Steel plate. This should be in that side. This one's not going to be right. It needs to go someplace else. Oh, that's annoying. I guess I can do this. I need to get it back onto this side of the belt. That's extremely annoying, but it is solvable, I think. Let's just remove that power pole for a second. So if I go this way, like that, I should be able to get an underground belt going this way, hopefully. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. Oh no, I can't. Can I just feed it into this? Onto that side? Will that work? Is there anything? It needs concrete, so I can't actually set it off yet. But this one will feed onto this side of the belt and go that way. This one will feed onto here, go underneath all the way around onto the left side of the belt. Hopefully that should solve the problem. Let's actually just cut this off for the moment. And then on this side, I guess we could box it. Just a couple of steel chests will do the job. Not that I need more than one, actually. It's a Roboport and some power poles. All right, everything's ready. We just need the research, which means I can upgrade this to make the antenna array. And then I can upgrade that down there, hopefully, to make the concrete itself. So concrete processing is now done and we're starting to get concrete on the line. Before I let this onto the rest of the line, however, which will start the construction of these various components, I'm going to take some of this and we're going to integrate the assembly machine, the next tier up. Hopefully this will work. And let me just put that back while this carries on to make this side of things. So we got one of those. Yeah, we've got the red tier. And can I now say build antenna? I can. Good. So you're taking all the components. I just need motors, but that's coming off this one. Once it fills up the rest, it should move on to motors anyway. Wow, that's taking a lot of components. I think what I'm going to do is make a couple more of those fast inserters. Yeah. That's better. And yeah, it's got all the components, so it's feeding that in. That should work, and it's made that component. These are also feeding. That's fine. You are not fine. You'll need a long-handed inserter, which needs some more iron. Where's my iron? That should do the job. Just need one more. There we go. All right, so that should be all the components we need. Excuse me, need to cough again. We've got those. We need the other two components. So are you working? No, you're jammed. Ah, really? Can I put you onto this one instead? So where's my Roboport hatch door? Is it in my inventory? It should be somewhere. Where is? Oh, where are you? Roboport. Hatch door. There you are. Will you work if I put you here? You will. That works fine. So all those components should make it up there now, which they are. And once they finish, they will make a Roboport, which will get our logistics network off the ground. Now, unfortunately, it won't get us all the way. What we're actually going to need next is the, well, blue science for a start, but we're going to need to get to do something else first for the blue science. We want the passive provider, sorry, the active provider system. They are chests. There they are, logistics system. 900 science packs to get the requested chest and the provider chest, the active provider. We can make current chests of the passive provider. So output of machines, you can put in passive providers, and that's great. You can get them pulled into your inventory from all over the map, which will make things much easier for me not having to go to all those boxes. But to really hook things up, we want those second chests. To do that, we need blue science. So let's just look at blue science. That needs a couple of things. Femto laser array and atomic sensors array. They're right, these are the things next to it here. Atomic sensors array is actually the easy one. We've made all that before. Yeah, geoprocessing. Fine. So we've made all of that before, so we could probably make those. Still more of those electronic circuit boards, of course. Femto laser array, we haven't made those. So let's take a look. We need chemical laser flash fuel, which is this one. That needs naphtha fuel oil. We've got that further down in the base, all the way to the south, and steel. So we need femto laser array and emitter and foci, and we can make all those with what's in our inventory. Quite straightforward to make, it seems. So blue science doesn't seem too bad. It's probably going to ambush me and going to be terrible, but I think next episode we're going to head towards it. Obviously, once I start getting these Roboports, I may well start to assemble a new base, because we ideally want to, well, not until I get the rest of the chests maybe, but I want to actually have a logistics network, and this is going to get quite cluttered, and it's already quite cluttered, even more so over time. And I do need to start planning a new base, and that probably means I should make radars. That'll just let me uncover what's out there. We just need some iron to make radars, and it'll gradually get uncovered by the map. Let's just grab some of you. Can I make a radar? A couple of them will do. How many of these robots have you actually made now? You've made 11 and 16. Okay, so we've got some going, but we need more. More. Fine. Is that? That's not good. That's not going to work. Yeah, it needs to pass on to the other side, so... no, not like that. Yeah, that's a good one. How am I going to get all of you sorted? I'm going to need to go on to... Let's just send it this way. And send you that way. Just to keep everything onto the same side that it already is, rather than reroute things. Like that, and then this should be fine to go that way. No, still wrong. There, that should be fine. Yeah, that works. And I just have to pull the stuff off the belt at this end. Okay, so yeah, I do want to make sure these circuits continue to get manufactured, and that's working just fine. Alright, so I think that's enough for one episode. We're going to move on to Blue Science next and head towards the rest of the logistics network. In the meantime, we'll stockpile those, and we'll start to hopefully get our Roboports sorted. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to thumbs up if you have. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.